that airline. We should mention that the president last was in Green Bay in April of last year. This plane flies at about 644 to 690 miles per hour, and it is a big one, is it not, Aaron?
4,000 square feet, that is huge. Room for 102 people. We don't know how many are currently traveling with the president. Also a gym, a medical station, 2 galleys, it just goes on and on.
And what they did in that airplane is that they upgraded the communication system after 9/11, because at 9/11 they determined that they did not have the communications that were needed in the event of such a national and world crisis. So after that, the whole communication system was rebuilt in that plane. Of course, there are meeting rooms in there. They can serve dinner for 100 people. They've got 2 different galleys where all the chefs can work. The press, they are all loaded in the back of the airplane.
Of course.
That's how they come into the plane, and that's how they exit the plane. Only the very special people, the VIPs, they're the ones who get to come out that wonderful main door and always come down the main steps there and do all the shaking of the hands and the glad handing. So you've got to be in the presidential party, and you also have to be someone who was specifically selected for this day to be accompanied by the president.
And it will be interesting to see which Wisconsin representatives and lawmakers and business people greet the president today. We know that he's going to Terry Marinette Marine to talk about the Navy contract there and the thousands of jobs. But first he will be doing a town hall meeting that will be broadcast on Fox News with Fox co-host Sean Hannity.
Right.
That's going to be at the Jet Air building, and that is a closed event, so it's not open to the public. There were tickets, limited tickets, that's already full. That will be taped at 1:30 with the playback on Fox News at 8 tonight.
And as you say, Aaron, it is going to be interesting to see who comes out of that main airplane door with the president. And the reason I say that is because normally under these conditions, it would be Wisconsin's senior senator, Ron Johnson,
yes,
who would come out. Well, Mr. Johnson is not running for re-election. And the reason that you come with the president is if you are running for re-election, you just can't buy this kind of a photo opportunity. So all week long we were thinking, well, it's got to be Representative Mike Gallagher,
yes,
8th District Congressman Mike Gallagher, who is going to come out of that airplane with him.
He has pressing family concerns.
Yes, we found out today that he is not going to be coming out of that airplane because he and wife Ann had a baby Grace, yesterday.
Wonderful.
And when it comes to a choice, even if you are a United States congressman, a choice between being with the President of the United States and being with your 18-hour-old baby, there is no choice.
He chose correctly. He definitely did. I want to mention one more thing about the town hall meeting that he will be doing at 1:30. Attendees will have their temperature checked, and you must wear a face covering, either covering your own face or one will be, you must bring a face mask or one will be provided for you. So they are taking some precautions to keep the participants of the town hall meeting safe from the coronavirus because we are still in the middle of a pandemic.
And for security reasons for this taped town hall meeting, the doors, they opened up at 10 o'clock this morning, and they're going to close in like 10 seconds. They're closing at 1 o'clock this afternoon for security reasons, and we were able to see some pictures from inside of that hallway, and chairs are dutifully spaced out for only a certain number of people who have been invited. Lots of people were accepted. Lots of people were given their invitation. However, it is first come, first serve.
Sure.
And there's only so many seats there.
And interestingly enough, Fox News, we had more pictures that we could not share because Fox News did not want us to share our photos, and I think it was because of security concerns. They have to make sure the building is secure and want to make sure that there was nothing inadvertently leaked out there that would interfere with security concerns.
And once again, this is just another indication of just how important the state of Wisconsin is going to be come November the 3rd. I mean, this was a battleground state as it was 4 years ago, and that is when President Trump won this state by a mere 20 or 25,000 votes.
A state that typically went Democrat was flipped Republican, and that was a big win for the Republicans, and the president is hoping that this goes his way again in 2020.
Right, so no coincidence that it was Mike Pence 2 days ago down in the Waukesha area pushing the school choice program. And then, of course, today the president was doing this town hall meeting and then going up to Marinette Marine with a $5.5 billion contract. Wisconsin, again, is going to be a major battleground state, along with places like Pennsylvania and Ohio and Michigan. The real interesting part about this is how early that these candidates are coming to Wisconsin. This is only the middle of June or toward the end of June. We've got a long way to go to November, and already we are seeing this kind of activity in Wisconsin, which just goes to show you how much importance that these candidates are putting in. And you'd better believe that they have seen the Marquette poll.
Yes, they've seen the Marquette poll, and if you remember back to when Hillary Clinton was running against President Trump in the last election, one of the knocks on her campaign was that she didn't come to Wisconsin, and President Trump did, and they think that that had something to do with the state flipping red. And so now I think that's gotten the attention of both parties, and they understand the importance of Wisconsin and visiting the state and being seen and meeting the voters. And here we see President Trump now exiting Air Force One.
And we were both wrong as to who he was going to be coming out with.
Come out with himself.
Not Ron Johnson, and not Representative Mike Gallagher, but it is the President of the United States touching soil in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And again, it is, politics aside, it is pretty impressive when the most powerful person in the world is in your backyard and spending the day in Green Bay and in Marinette. See the Secret Service people there? That's a whole new entourage of Secret Service people that he doesn't normally travel with, because what happened is in the Tulsa rally, you had 2 Secret Service people who came down with COVID.
Yes.
And they were afraid that it spread to the rest of the detail. That entire detail had to be quarantined. So they're in quarantine now for a 2-week period. So all these guys who you see, this is a brand new detail for the president's entourage. Now, it's going to be a very short trip, Aaron, isn't it?
They're driving to the Jet Air hangar to go and do the town hall meeting.
I mean, you could walk there in about 30 seconds.
Right. Well, you know.
But
why,
he is.
Why get sweaty?
He's the president, and it is just always so interesting and so impressive when you see that entourage of those SUVs, and I guarantee you those are not normal SUVs. Something I had read, and I never knew this, with the presidential car that's always brought in if he's going to have a motorcade. In that presidential car, there is also, in the medical supplies, a few gallons of the president's own blood that they keep in that car, just in case, God forbid, something horrible were to happen. They have his own blood for blood transfusion right there. But here in good old Green Bay, that is not going to happen.
Well, the president is getting ready to do the town hall. Later on, he will be going to Marinette Marine to tour the shipyard and give remarks to the employees starting around 4 o'clock this afternoon. And
we will bring you that on air and online at wearegreenbay.com.
This has been a Local 5 News special report. We now return to regularly
All right, everyone, thank you for joining us online here. Local 5 Digital Director Josh Rose here. So as you see, the President has landed in Green Bay. The motorcade's taking them over to the hangar right now, where President Trump will be holding a town hall. Now, we don't have access to that town hall, so what we're going to do is just hold on this shot as long as we can. Our great photographer, Raz, we affectionately call him Raz, Donovan Raznowski, is out there, and we'll continue to hold on this signal for now, as you kind of see how it develops. Once he pulls away from that shot, will go off. Now, that being so, to let everybody know, we'll be back live again somewhere around 4 o'clock or so. That'll be when the president is expected to give remarks out in Marinette after he tours the shipyard. So continue to follow. I'm going to go ahead and go full screen. We'll just kind of keep an eye on what that shot is until it goes down. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining, and we'll see you about 4 o'clock.